cook together a summer recipe. We'll make together pasta alle melanzane, pasta with eggplant. And for the pasta, I'm going to use the Sedani pasta or Sedani. Sedani rigati I have. These are furrowed Sedani. What does the word Sedani mean? It means celery. These were first called zanne elefante, the tusk of the elephant, until they banned the trade of ivory in 1989. And then they switched the name of this pasta to sedano, that is looking like a stalk of celery. Our dish is going to take pasta, obviously, and on the pasta we're going to put a sauce of eggplant, tomato, fresh basil, a little bit of purple onion, and of course, olive oil. This is our extra virgin olive oil, the liquid gold of Umbria. And as I always mention in my cooking, if you don't have extra virgin olive oil, don't substitute anything else. And if you'd like to order some, contact me because our son Keegan sells organic extra virgin olive oil. These are eggplants from our garden, and they are organic. The tomatoes too from our garden. It's been a very hot summer, but finally the eggplants and tomatoes are appearing in the garden. My first step will be finely slicing the purple onion. We're over at the stove, and I've covered the bottom of a stainless steel pan with extra virgin olive oil. Turn on the gas and add the purple onion. And we'll cook the purple onion slightly on low heat. Might take about 5 minutes. So here you have the purple onion in the olive oil. And we'll let it cook slowly, as mentioned, maybe 5 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to cube the eggplant. Now, sometimes what I do is take the eggplant, cube it, and put it under salted water. Lots of salt in the water, and then I weight it down so the eggplant stays under the salted water. And then I will drain it, rinse the eggplant, dry it out. But today I'm just going to add the eggplant without salting it. So on to the eggplant now. The purple onion is now quite golden, if a purple onion can be golden. And I'm going to add my eggplant, which has been cut into cubes. And we're going to simmer this on low heat for, it'll probably be 5 to 10 minutes. And why not add now the salt? And as you know, if you've been following my cooking videos, how much salt? No recipes in Italian cooking. It's all by eye. Salt is always QB. Quanto basta. As much as it takes or as much as it needs. How much does it need? I'm going to use sale grosso. Not fine salt, but coarse salt. About like that. And I'll do another half. And we're going to wait to taste it as we near the end. Right now, I'm going to lower the heat and then let it simmer a bit. I might add a little more olive oil if I can see it's absorbing the olive oil. And I now am going to dice the very ripe organic tomatoes from our garden to add to this. So let's go dice the tomatoes. The eggplants are nicely browning up, and it's time to add our finely chopped organic tomatoes. And out they come out of the beautiful bowl, which is typical of the Deruta ceramics. Maiolica, double-fired pottery. You want to go to Deruta when you're in Umbria. And now, I'm going to cook this and simmer it. And I think I'll add a few basil leaves near the end. And in the meantime, I've put the pasta. The pasta sauce, pasta alle melanzane, here are eggplants, the melanzane, almost done, and I'm just going to add some chopped basil. It doesn't have to be finely chopped. Right in at the end. And the pasta water is almost boiling. So it's time to add the salt. QB, 1, 2. I'm only going to be making pasta today for 2 people, but look at the amount of water I'm using. And as we drain the pasta, we're going to save the brodo, the liquid, so that if you need to add any to the pasta after you've seasoned it, you can moisten it with the pasta water. Watch pot never boils. We'll wait for it to come to a boil, and we'll add the Sedani rigati. But I'm going to turn this off because it looks very perfectly cooked right now. Pasta alle melanzane is perfettamente al dente, perfectly to the tooth. And so I'm going to drain it. Save there the pasta water, called il brodo. A little secret. When Pino grew up, his mother used to wash the dishes in the pasta water. And I use it too. The nice starch. I add soap to it. I think she added lemons. I don't even think they were able to buy soap when he was a child. They had a lot of lemon trees. Now, in we go. Back to the pot. And now I'm going to add a little bit of the sauce here. And we'll give it a mix. And then we'll serve it, seasoning it on the top with basil leaves. Here's our wonderful pasta sauce. Nice mix. A gentle mix. And when you serve it, you can add basil leaves to give it a touch of nice color. And you may want to add a grated provolone cheese, a grated pecorino cheese, strips of provolone. I am going to add a mixture of Parmesan and our goat's milk cheese today. But first I'm going to put it in the serving bowl. Well, I am astounded to say that after over 50 years speaking Italian, I called the Sedani rigati Sedani more than once. I said to Pino last night, whatever did I do? I called the Sedani Sedani. And he said, perché eri sedata? Because you were sedated. Maybe I was. Enjoy your pasta with Sedani rigati.